Welcome back, Seth Bling here. In the new Week 21 Snapshot, there are some new features in Minecarts, and they seem like small things, but I think they're pretty cool, and I wanted to go over them a little bit, because I think there's some cool stuff you can do with them. First of all, if you get in a minecart, you can actually nudge the minecart from within without having to go outside and push it. So if I just press W here and you're hitting there on a walk forward, the minecart will move forward, and since it's on a powered rail, it'll start moving forward. I think that's pretty cool because it enables you to do stuff like this where you can, when you arrive at the station here, you can get out of the minecart. You're not going to push it. That's another new thing. But you're not going to push it, and so you can get back in and you can just nudge it on your own. Now that was interesting because that was something that we haven't seen before. When you get out of the minecart, you're not standing in the middle of the minecart anymore, and that's also a pretty new feature with one of the recent snapshots. And interestingly, it only works if you have a too thick platform, and you also need some clear space above it. And I'm going to get to that later. That actually allows us to cheat through walls. But first, let me just talk about this. So if you'll notice I have the same sort of thing set up here. If I just get in and out of the minecart, I'm kind of standing on top of it, and if I had moved, I would have pushed it around. If I just drop down 4 blocks underneath here, when we get out of the minecart, we'll land right on top of those 4 blocks. So I can actually kind of control where I get out of the minecart by doing that in different places. You'll notice I'm still above the thick part. And so that's kind of neat. I really like how you don't have a chance to push the minecart around when you get out of it by accident anymore. Anyway, back to this. So this is a pretty cool way to, very easy way to set up a little minecart station. Just have one unpowered rail at the end so that the minecart will come to a stop. Or you can even just have a piece of glass here at the end so that the minecart won't keep going. Now what I've got here set up here is a really easy sort of T-intersection. And so when I get in the minecart and I go off in that direction, I'm going to have a choice of which direction I'm going to go. And I'll show you how this works, but notice the minecart rail is powered below me, so if I press this way, it'll just get boosted off immediately. And it looks like it's powered all the time. I'll show you what actually happens though. It actually turns off for just a moment when the minecart is arriving. And the redstone to do this is very simple. It's actually really simple. There's just a piece of redstone dust underneath the detector rail, and that redstone dust is going to power this block, which has a torch on it. So when the minecart goes over the detector rail, it will momentarily turn off this torch, depowers this set of rails, and you get stopped on the rails. And then you can just nudge the minecart to pick which direction to go. The powered rails will pick you up and accelerate you in that direction that you choose. This is a really simple T-intersection. I like this a lot. So going back to what I was saying about being able to cheat through walls, here I have just a little bedrock room. It's just a 3x3x3 bedrock room, and you can actually get through this by making use of the minecart exiting, the new minecart exiting mechanics. So if I get in and get out, I'm just going to end up right over here. So the game wants to put me right about here. So if I fill up this column, any of these 3 blocks with just a single block, it's not going to try and put me there anymore. In fact, even if it's just this one that's missing, I can just get out and it's still not going to try and put me in this column anymore. So now it's trying to put me right here, so if I just put another one right there, I'm not going to go there. Okay, so then it's trying to put me over here. I can fill it in. Same thing over here and over here, and now when I get in and get out, I am inside of the bedrock, and it doesn't matter that there was a little gap in the ceiling. So you can actually go through walls with this technique. It has to be sort of like a diagonally adjacent clearing. You have to. It can't be like if the wall was sort of like this, then I wouldn't have been able to get through it. But since there was the little diagonal pathway that I could take, I was able to get through the wall using the little minecart trick. That's pretty useful. I think it's, in my opinion, it's kind of a bug, but who knows if it's the type of thing that they'll fix. Anyway, those are some just interesting facets of all the new minecart mechanics that are coming. I'm sure things are going to be changing more, but that's what I got for now. And